Hello everyone and welcome to my new show called My Recent Pickups, where I'm going to show off my pickups from the 3 months ago, and that way I can accumulate more stuff to show you guys since I'm not buying that much stuff, because recently I moved in and I had to buy some new furniture, pay for people to move my stuff, and it was kind of expensive. But I'm still buying stuff since I like my hobby and that's where my money is going. And again, this video is courtesy of Happy Console Gamer because he came up with the idea and I love watching his videos, so if you would like you can go and check him out. I'll put his channel into the description and in the comments even. So let's start off. To start off, let's check out my first PS5 game that I bought. This was around the start of August, and that's Wuchang Fallen Feathers. And I did play it a little bit, but unfortunately for it, another game came out at the same time, so I prefer to play that game instead of this. But I've played around 4 to 5 hours and it's pretty good. It's a AA game. Unfortunately, the developers decided to censor a lot of stuff. I'll be getting back to it. I don't know when, because September and October is full of amazing titles that I really want to play, and I'm still catching up from August. Yeah, so this game unfortunately is going on the backlog. Hopefully by the end of the year I'll be able to get back to it and eventually finish it. If you guys know me, I tend to complete games at 100%, so it takes me double to triple the time of a normal person to finish a game. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time, but I really want to do 100%. And next up is the game that pushed Wuchang to the backlines, and that's Mafia. I did manage to finish it, and let me tell you, what an amazing story. It's so good. I don't think the gameplay is that good. Maybe the first ones have better gameplay, but in terms of story, it's perfect. It's Italy, it's the mafia's origins. It's so good, and I think the main character is called Enzo. His story, like the build-up, was so amazing that it got me hooked up from like the first hour or so, and oh boy, I really want to replay it again because it was that good. And I think the story deserves a second chance. So yeah, people didn't enjoy it as much because they didn't like the knife fights and they clowned on it, but I think the knife fights do give a lot of tension between the characters, and again, because of the story, I think it fits perfectly the scenarios. And it's semi-open world. There were a lot of collectibles that I didn't quite enjoy to go and grab them after I actually finished the game, but as I mentioned, I had to complete it 100%, and it did bumped it down from a 10 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 just because of the collectibles. And there were a lot of technical problems even on PS5. Usually PC gets the short end of the stick and PS usually has a better performance, but in this case, even on PlayStation 5 Pro, there were a lot of stutters, unfortunately, but it didn't take away from the experience in my opinion, so it was really amazing. So definitely give it a try. You can wait for a sale and pick it up yourselves and tell me if you like it or not. Third game is Shadow Labyrinth. Actually, one of my friends streamed it. Unfortunately, he didn't continue it. So you know who you are. Please pick it up again and play it. But from the things that I saw from his stream is that it looks pretty fun. I would say it looks pretty fun. It's a big labyrinth that Pac-Man is usually the evil one. What Pac-Man is trying to do is lead our protagonist into these dungeons and make him basically eat stuff and get stronger and stronger. So in a way, Pac-Man is using the character, but I'm not going to say more about this. Also, there's a show called Secret Level on Amazon Prime. You can watch it, and there they explain basically the core story of Shadow Labyrinth, but I think the gameplay is perfect. There's a lot of Metroidvanias today, and I might get burnt out, but I really want to play it as well. Hopefully I get this by the end of the year, I don't know, because I have a couple more Metroidvanias that I have to finish off, so this might go to next year, but I'm really excited to play it someday. It might be a hidden gem this year, since, as I mentioned, from August to October, it's packed with super good games. Next up is another Metroidvania, of course. I don't know if it's a Metroidvania, it's more of a retro old school Castlevania style. I don't know if it's full Metroidvania, but it's one of the Ninja Gaiden games that we are going to get this year. This is more of an old school Ninja Gaiden game. It looks super good. I'm super excited to hopefully get to it. It's more on the shorter side, even if you're going for the 100% completion. I might put it between other big games, like for example Ghost of Yotei and, as I mentioned, Ninja Gaiden 4. I'll try to complete this one as soon as possible. I'm not going to keep it in my backlog that much because I'm super excited to play it, so hopefully I can find the time between those bigger AAA games. Another Metroidvania, another ninja game. People that like samurais and ninjas and Japan in general are eating good, I tell you. I'm salivating just watching this one. And I've actually played it and I finished it. Unfortunately, for the 100%, you have to complete each level with an S rank. That means no damage, no hit run, speed run, combos, and etc. So that's the only trophy I have to get, and I'll have my platinum trophy, but it's kind of difficult. Unfortunately, since I didn't play it that much, my skills dwindled a little bit, so I have to go back to it and practice a little bit the levels and hopefully get my platinum. But this, in my opinion, should be in the Game of the Year contenders. Even though there's a lot other amazing games, I think this deserves a spot, or at least it deserves some type of reward. I think this is one of the best Metroidvanias we got in years. And maybe even this year. I know we have Silksong, we have Ninja Gaiden, and some other stuff. I think it deserves a spot somewhere, and it should definitely get an award. If you haven't played it and you're a fan of ninjas in Japan in general, I implore you, just buy it. It's cheap. It's like 40 to 50 bucks. And as it's Sega, it will go on sale maybe near Christmas. So if you find it for 30 to 40 bucks, you can definitely buy it. It's super good, trust me on that. And now we have one of my most anticipated games in my life. Yes, I'm going there. This is my most anticipated game in my life. Why? Because I followed the developer from his first ever video that he posted on his channel, where he's showcasing the combat, he's showcasing the different seasons and the different locations in general. But a lot of people didn't like it. I think it got like a 60-ish score on Metacritic. Myself, I think the combat is amazing. I'm not going to spoil that much, but you have different weapons, so you can combine them. Similar to how Dante switches his weapons to extend his combos, this here is no different. The only problem I have with it is the pacing of the game and how it's structured. Just to give you an example, the game feels like the last 2 to 3 hours of a major game. For example, you have this final boss, the bad guy. You go through different zones to collect crystals to basically weaken him. That's the whole game. The premise of it and the story, I think it's pretty good. It's not its selling point, definitely. The zones get kind of boring near the end. I don't think the developer managed to deliver on the zones themselves and probably on the story. But again, I think the combat is where it's at, so give it a chance. Like the developer, I believe he had some tough development cycles, and I'm glad that Sony stepped in and helped him out with investments, and he was able to actually finally deliver this game. Unfortunately, it didn't land with a lot of people, and I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'm biased because I waited for it that long, but yeah. Really quick, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. I've watched a couple of streamers, I've watched a couple of YouTubers like Moist Critical, for example, and Antoni, that they've played this game and they said that maybe this is their favorite game of this year. From the footage that I've seen, it's a very quirky game, very out there, I would say, because it's Kojima, and we all know Kojima likes to do his freaky weird stuff, like, you know, recording women's feet in their games and saying that it's beneficial to the plot. Respect, my guy. Yeah, another game that I still haven't gotten to it since I played, I was playing Lost Soul Aside. I didn't have the time to properly give it a chance, so after I'm done with Lost Soul Aside, Shinobi, and Ghost of Yotei, I'll get to it, or maybe I can leave it for my Christmas treat, I would say. Another one is Pac-Man World War Pack 2. I played the first game and I quite enjoyed it. I don't have a nostalgia for these games because I didn't own consoles back then. I was more of a PC gamer, but because the first one was so good, amazing, I decided why not just get the second one. The only problem I have with the Second one is that they didn't include Mrs. Pac-Man. I'll make sure to play it someday. It should be shorter, it should be around 10 to 15 hours at max, since there's 2 games inside of it, and there's the bonus stuff, bonus stages. Hopefully I can finish it this year. If not, I'll just move it to next year, since January I believe we don't have anything, and I can fill in some backlog stuff there. And finally, this actually came in today. I've already uploaded a short about it, so if you're subscribed because of the shorts, now you know there's a short about this game. It's 84 gigabytes on disk. Can you believe this? I haven't seen another game that puts so much data onto the disk. Maybe Final Fantasy games, since they put 2 disks inside, or Red Dead Redemption, but that's how you do a physical, people. Xbox, you shitheads, 84 gigabytes. Everything is on the disk. You don't even need the day 1 patch. It was super stable. I played for 2 to 3 hours. I'm still going to update it, of course. I'm not that crazy. But the fact that this contains almost 100 gigabytes, like the full size of a Blu-ray, it's insane. So Sucker Punch, I love you, baby. Mwah. I'm playing this at the moment. I don't have anything to say, but from the opening scenes, I think it's perfect. It's more Ghost of Tsushima, you know? You know what you're getting here, but it's more fleshed out, and there's different systems, of course, and there's a different story. Super excited. Maybe this is going to be my game of the year, but I don't know. We just have to see when I finish. Something that came in today as well with Ghost of Yote, this bad boy right here. This is the 30th anniversary DualSense controller, the basic one, because if you remember, they also released the DualSense Edge, but it's too expensive, so they ran out of stock. They decided to bring it back again. So I'm like, okay, this time I really have to buy it, because I didn't buy anything from that anniversary and I regretted it since forever. But now I bought it. Of course, this is going to remain sealed, since I'm so picky about it. You can see that even the seal is not yet broken. And for me personally, I really like the design of the box. It's so 90s, you see, it's perfect. It just screams 90s. I don't know what's about it, but yeah, even to the controller. I mean, the controller is pretty sick as well. But I have like 3 to 4 controllers now, so I don't need another one. This is going to be kept sealed somewhere in my my details, probably. I don't know. I'll keep it with my Astrobot one that I have on the shelf. Super cool, and I'm glad that Sony decided to bring it back. Third thing from today is this controller right here. You can even see my face. Hello. This is the 8-bit DO arcade leverless controller. It took a while to come out. I think every other region got it like in August. In my region, I had to wait till today. So, sorry about that. It got delayed, I believe, 3 times. Basically, I said, I'm gonna wait. I have some time. I don't need it right now. I have other controller. It finally came out, and they delivered it on the next day. Probably do a review if you guys are interested in this, because I'm a huge fighting game nerd. If you watched my own tour, you can see that you actually saw that I had a lot of figurines, controllers, and so on and so forth. And the leverless at the moment is the peak. Everyone is playing either leverless or on joysticks. Nobody uses like a lever controller. So if you're interested, I can do an unboxing and I can show it off. I can play a few games like 2D, 3D, try Tekken, try Street Fighter 6 since it's the most famous one. 2XKO is coming out on the 7th, so I can even give it a try with that, see how it works. I can do a comparison since I have my Forte 16 right here, and this is my main driver at the moment, and it's pretty good, but I just want to try some other stuff. Since those are the bigger buttons, I think it's 24 millimeters, and the ones on 8-bit DO are 18 millimeters. I don't know about that. Maybe I'm lying to you guys, who knows. As I mentioned, I'm super excited that this finally came out, and I'll give it a try definitely. Finally, we have some mangas. I know it's not gaming related, but as I mentioned at the start of the video, I wanted to collect manga again because me and my friends went and watched Princess Mononoke, and that film just relit my fire, my passion for anime and manga. And I was like, okay, I have to continue collecting them. And it's not that much. I just decided to collect for stuff that I'm passionate about, mainly romance manga. As you've seen in my previous videos, I'm very into romance manga for some reason. At the top, we have For the Night. This is volume 19, and we have volume 20 as well. Next up is Chainsaw. I'm super excited about the movie. For those of you that follow anime and manga and stuff, you know that they decided to make a movie for the second arc, when the first arc was a more of a traditional anime with 12 or 13 episodes, I can't remember. But they're making the best arc in a movie, so I was like, yeah, I have to start reading it again. So I bought volume 18, which is the latest one here in my region. Next up is Komi. This shit doesn't end. It's volume 34. Can we end this? Please. Every other single romance related manga or show has finished, and this one is just keep chugging along. It got very boring around volume 25 or 26, but again, I want to finish it, so I'm like, okay, I have to buy them. So we have volume 34, volume 33, 32, I think that's it. Yeah, so that's what, 3 volumes? Yeah, 3 volumes, so 34 is the latest one, and I caught up to it. Okay, next up we have Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Again, another amazing romance manga. It's so good. I have volume 20 coming up, like in a couple of days. I had to order it from another place since they didn't have it. Or it was 18, I can't remember. Finally we have, I believe, the final volume of Vinland Saga, so book 14 is the final one. I've watched only the anime, the first and second season, and I liked it so much because season 2 was so different. For those of you that actually watched it, or maybe read the manga, you know it's more, compared to season 1 where it was more aggressive, I would say aggressive and vulgar and a lot of blood, a lot of killing happening. Season 2 and arc 2 in general was more like an redemption arc for the main character. So there were less of feelings, more of talking, more of, you know, just chilling and seeing what would happen. Because of season 2, I decided, okay, I have to buy the manga. And now I have all 14 volumes. Okay, those were my recent pickups. I hope everything was in frame because this was one take. There was a lot of fumbling of words. Since I'm trying to get back into recording videos, as you know, a lot of new subscribers, so welcome. Hopefully you stay for a bit longer, and hopefully I can bring you a lot of cringy moments and a lot of videos. But yeah, shorts are coming along nicely. This was more of a impromptu video because I promised other stuff, but I decided I've got a lot of stuff, why not just show it off. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and leave a like. This means a lot to me. And again, if you have your pickups, please let me know. I'll post in my Twitter a post, so you can leave comments there with images since YouTube doesn't allow images. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys pick. And again, please make sure to check out Happy Console Gamer. He's a lad, he's amazing, and because of him I decided to make these videos. So yeah, make sure to go and subscribe to him as well, and subscribe to me because more videos are on the way. So see you until the next one. Bye bye.